Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm down here for personal business, and today, taking a break from the personal business and doing the San Diego Zoo. Last time I was here, I was with my grandmother was alive, so my cousin got us tickets, so we're just coming right in. Cousin gave us free tickets to the San Diego Zoo. This is more expensive than the Los Angeles and San Francisco zoos combined. So we're just exploring, maybe do a bus tour and see what this is all about. I don't know.
Getting right now to our right side, you may have seen these flamingo statues when you walked in this morning, but following the path around them, you're going to enter Treetops Way, where you can see jungles from around the world by gorillas, orangutan, barrabusa, and many more jungle animals waiting for day 2. On our left side though, if you already haven't, definitely make your way down past that red X of a call sign also. Down that way is Discovery Outpost, where you can find the Reptile House of Mesa, take a flight on the Skyboy Aerodrome, or see the New Kids area, the Wildlife Explorer Space Camp. For now though, our ride is going to take us downhill to a rainforest we planted right here in San Diego. We're rolling into the Lost Forest, and really soon we'll be down to all the homes for our rainforest animals. But before we get down to them, we do have just a couple quick safety tips for our bus ride today. As we head around the zoo, if everyone can help me out, please remember to keep all arms, legs, personal belongings, and your loved ones too inside our bus at all times. It'd be really helpful. Along our ride though, if something like your phones, water bottles, car keys fall off, don't stress out. I'll make a phone call right away and have somebody come by, pick up those lost items, and bring them to our Lost and Found. By the end of our tour, they're going to be waiting for you in the front plaza at the Tours and Memberships booth. And last but not least, at any time during our ride, you are more than welcome to stand up on your seats. But if you do stand up, please just hold on to the safety rails on top and have your feet down on the ground. And in certain times when we have our air brake on, like I'm about to do right now, you are also more than welcome to walk around the bus for a better view. With that air brake now on though, we are down to the home of our very first animal for our tour. And we're going to hold out here for a couple seconds to see if we'll wander on down and say hi. We have parked our bus at the home of Connor, Chinta, and Barani, our 3 Malayan tiger brothers. Now around this time of day especially, Connor, our oldest boy, likes to hang out along the wall in the very top right corner. So we're going to hold out here for a couple more seconds to see if we'll wander on down and say hi. He's just had his fill of lunch not too long ago, so if I know him, he's probably laying down for a catnap out of view. And because he's kind of hard for us all to see, we're just going to keep on rolling along. But definitely stop on down here and spend some time with him later on. Now, he just had dinner, but you can still catch him hunting, or he just had lunch. You can still catch him having dinner later on tonight. That's going to be right around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And tonight, Connor's dinner is going to be his favorite meal in the entire world, meatballs. Now, those meatballs are exactly like the ones we have here at dinner too. But at the zoo, there's something really important called enrichment. And if you have pets at home, you probably already know this concept. Think about how you feed your animals, play with them too. It's all to get them up, active, and engaged with their surroundings. And our animals here at the zoo are exactly like that too. But just like all of us, all the animals at the zoo have their very own personalities. So enrichment takes a lot of different shapes and forms, and we're going to see a lot of them right now during our ride. Connor that we passed by up in the tiger habitat is very food motivated. He loves a new snack. But we're not going to give an elephant a meatball. They won't enjoy them. But we are going to check out our elephants solving their puzzles later on during our ride. And towards the end of our tour, when we're down Center Street with our bears, we're going to see them using their great sense of smell to find cologne and perfume samples, even spice and vanilla and curry powder too. As we start to make our way out of the rainforest though, we're going to head on down to the home of some monkeys right now to our right side. And these little guys should be waking up from nap time really soon, so I'm going to throw our air brake on for another moment to see if we can find them to our right side. Now we have a couple ducks in the water to our right side. Look like the monkeys are still asleep. They just went down for their naps not too long ago, so you're probably going to see them out here on our left side. But if you want to make your way back over here to find them, or maybe you're grabbing some lunch right now to our right side. This is Miss Ellen, our lady lioness. And look on the platform behind the tree to the right to find her brother knocked out, Mr. Ernest. Now, 12,000 years ago, there were actually lions right here in California, especially in San Diego proper. They were called American lions, almost twice the size of the two we're looking at right now to our right side. And count yourselves lucky, it's not every day that we see our lady lioness up and awake, because usually by now, she's doing exactly what her brother's doing to our right side. He's actually rolling over to get more comfortable, it looks like too. Every day, Mr. Ernest lays down for a 20-hour-long nap. But sleeping for 20 hours doesn't mean that he's lazy. Lions are very smart cats. She's going back down too, it looks like too. Over thousands of years, these cats have figured out that the best time to go hunting is nighttime on the savannah. And it makes a lot of sense. You don't be running around for a zebra in the heat of the day. So you save your energy for nighttime, when the temperature's nice and cool, and those zebras should be asleep. But at the zoo, these two are more like your pet cats at home. If you have pet cats at home, you know that when they're hungry, they run right up to you and meow until you eventually give in and feed them their dinner. Ernest and Miss Ellen are no different, but when they talk to us, it comes out as their very loud roar. And no matter where you are in the zoo today, if these two roar, you are guaranteed to hear it. At their loudest, a lion's roar can travel 5 miles around them. If there is no noise downtown from planes, people, or cars, you can hear these two roaring for dinner as far away as behind home base in Petco Park. Out of all big cats, though, lions are the most social. They like to live in those family groups called prides. But coming up next to our right side, we're going to head over to South America again to try to find a girl cat for first her time alone. And I'm going to pause our bus right about here so we can see her. Look directly into the middle of the triangular rock. This is Indiri laying down for a nap right now. I'm going to hold our bus right here so if anyone wants to stand up and get a view of her, looks like she's just starting to lay down, maybe waking up really soon. You can see her tail starting to twitch. Usually an indicator that she's going to be waking up really soon. Now at the zoo, this little girl to our right side is the smallest big cat we have. She's only about 80 pounds. But at her size, this little girl is actually 3 times stronger than those lions we just passed by. And it's all thanks to Indiri's powerful bite. No matter where she lives, that powerful bite of hers makes her the top of the food chain. Today, it's mostly Mexico and South America, but just the past couple of years, a few jaguars have been seen as far north as New Mexico, and even more recently in Arizona. So maybe in a couple more years, they might be right back here in California again. Of course, though, we couldn't call this part of the Zoo Elephant Odyssey without our elephant herd. We have a 3-member herd here today with 2 boys and 1 girl. We're passing by the first section of their habitat right now to our right side. You're not going to see any elephants in this first section because right now we are working on some construction efforts right here to our right side. When you have those elephants right now to our right side, next to the door to our right side, this is going to be our guide Charlie. And laying towards the front of the bus in the grasses to our right side is his girlfriend Stella. Stella and Charlie are secondary birds. They mostly live in the forest of Africa today, where like you can see in the top of this tree, they build their favorite nest high up off the ground. But when the secondary birds are hungry, they come on down to the ground, just like Charlie is right now in this right corner. This big guy is a bird of prey, and his hunting weapons are his long, thin legs. When Charlie's hungry, he runs up on a next snack and stomps on it to tenderize it. And based on this hunting strategy, anything he gets his foot on is his next meal. Sometimes a small bird, maybe a rat or a mouse here at the zoo. But in the forest of Africa, Charlie's favorite snack will be cobras, the deadliest snake in the entire world. As we keep on rolling along, though, we're going to move on down because we have our first 2 elephants coming up right now to our right side. If you look behind this utility tree to our right side, this is going to be the brothers Nepo and Sun Tzu. And as big as they are, they're not even their full size yet. Nepo and Sun Tzu are only 11 and 12 years old. They're not going to reach their full size until they turn 20. So for the next 9 years, they're going to be eating almost every 3 hours until they tap out at 15,000 pounds each. But to feed a herd of elephants in the zoo, we had to get really creative in building their homes. It'd be really boring for them when we put out all their food in one big pile. Not a lot of fun for an elephant. They like to wander around, grazing whenever they're hungry. So to make sure they can do this right here at the zoo, we designed this puzzle tree to our right side we call the utility tree. Like I mentioned, it's a feeder puzzle for them, where every day they can interact with the different games we put up every day at the top, or pull a lever at the base for all their favorite meals. And now that we're clear some traffic and get a view of them finally, we have them solving that puzzle system right now to our right side with Nepo and Sun Tzu's a little bit closer to us, grabbing that browse, that big branch of his. Now, like tigers and polar bears, with your help, elephants are a very important species in our alliance. They're one of our local the type of camel without one single hump in the middle of their back. And if you're ever looking for a fun experience at the zoo, you can actually feed the condors. And definitely check out how wide those wings are. They're about as wide as the bus you're sitting on. 10 feet of wing from tip to tip per bird. But not too long ago, those wings almost disappeared completely from the world. At their lowest point about 40 years ago, there were only 22 California condors left. That is less birds than there are people downstairs on this bus right now. At upper level, you almost tripled their numbers back then. So in the early 80s, the San Diego Zoo, the LA Zoo, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service teamed up to protect this animal. We made a breeding program for them at the Savoy Park, and so far it's been really successful. In just the last 40 years alone, 22 California condors is nearly 600 as of 2023, and many of their number are flying around California skies and back down to Mexico too, where sometimes they haven't been seen for 75 years. But all of our work with them is directly made possible by all of you coming here today. Anytime you walk those front doors, buy a snack or even a souvenir. Every dollar you spend goes right back to a wildlife people plants around the world that thrive together. Like I said, it's all about finding a balance between us and nature. Now, if you want to see those wings in action later on though, stop number 4 for our kangaroo buses is right now to our right side, just next to their aviary home. But as we make our way out of Elephant Odyssey, walk down here to the San Diego Zoo and look at our family for the inspiration behind him. Everything you saw with Timon coming up next to our right side. You're going to remember Zazu as that hornbill in the movie. At the zoo, our two to our right side are trumpeter hornbills. Not the same exact species as Zazu, but it's still a really great look at what he looks like in real life. Now, it looks like today our hornbill is inside his bird box to our right side, so we're going to keep on rolling along. But definitely come on down here to say hi to him. He likes to say hi back. In the meantime though, we have Pride Rock now to our right side. And as you can see, it's not home to those lions. It's home to this little guy called a clipspringer. This little guy is Africa's version of a mountain goat. As small as he is, this is a full-grown adult. But check out those feet of his. They're only the size of a dime. They're still really special though. Those right now down in the middle section I find Shala and Kartik. And just like Baloo, these two are sloth bears too. It looks like in the back middle section, this is going to be our guide Kartik walking around. And I'm going to throw our air brake on now that we're positioned, so if you want to walk around, we can actually check out this guy hunting to our right side. Kartik's now in the very bottom right corner. And if you can see him, he's pretty big. But his favorite meals in the entire world are actually very small. This little guy to our right side is a bug eater called an insectivore. And to eat those bugs, he's had to adapt some very special features. And we see a lot of them right now in action to our right. Check out those paws of his. He's got long front claws for climbing up trees and also tearing apart bark on the trees too. That's not his only useful feature though. He's also got nostrils that close up in so bugs don't fly up his nose, and a very long tongue that folds in half to form a straw, helping this guy slurp up all those bugs whenever he finds them each and every day. At the zoo though, Kartik is also part of something really special we call a species survival plan. And if you've never heard this before, it basically means a giant online dating website for zoo animals, where we team up with other zoos and aquariums from around the world to get our animals together and have those babies born. And it's really important work, because many animals around the world are actually in danger right now due to the actions we take every day as people. Any small thing that we do can really add up for a big difference. And for these two to our right side, just cutting on some paper products and maybe using a little bit less wood products can make a really big difference for them in the forest of India. As we say goodbye to Sean, these are one of the hardest cats to see in the entire world, and it's all thanks to that coat we see covering their bodies right now to our right side. That coat is camouflage, blending in really well with the rocky, icy terrain around it. We can have penguins right here in sometimes sunny San Diego. Just like us, these little guys hate the cold weather like I mentioned. These penguins are African penguins from the beaches of South Africa, or more or less the climate is just like San Diego's all year long too, so they feel right at home. But if you've been coming here to the zoo for a while, you know that our family of penguins usually don't live up here. They're usually living down in Africa rocks and Cape Vine Balls. But right now, we're working on their beach homes. So come summertime, you're going to find them back down there. But for the next couple of weeks, they don't mind a change of speed being up here with all of our different bears. Whenever that pool is filled up, they're going to be doing their laps no matter what time of day. Knocked out the very back left corner of the cave area to our right side. Now, him and his brother, though, are literally our biggest troublemakers. I almost missed his brother, but it looks like Montana is actually curled up underneath the shade structure to our right side, the very base of it. But these two were born back in 2007 near Yellowstone. And back in the day, their mom got them into a lot of trouble by teaching some bad bear behaviors. Before Scan Montana moved down here to the zoo, they were really well known around Yellowstone for going to dumpsters, trash cans, and sometimes even picnic baskets for their favorite meals. So much so that the locals tried 3 times ready for her midday nap. Now, she earns all the naps you could ever need, because if you look right over her right shoulder, you can see that she has 2 cubs with her. Their names are Suyana and Francis, a boy and a girl. Now, I just threw our air brake on, so if you want to walk around the bus for a little bit, you are definitely more than welcome to. Look right behind Alba's head, and you can kind of start to see that one of our bears is napping right over her left shoulder, it looks like, and one is closer to her butt. Now, they are about 5 months old right now, and they still have a lot of growing up to do. But Alba and her boyfriend Turbo are part of that same species survival plan I talked about up at Shala and Kartik. We have a lot of animals.
Unfortunately, Louie's in a grumpy mood to serve drinks today. Freddy's Fez Army. Yeah, Fez Army for Freddy here. Fez. Yeah, there he is, Fez Army.
Wait, I just saw one.
Anybody else gonna run me over?
Dad! It goes over there!
Freddy's Fez Army. Yeah.
See all these stuff? Papa! See all these stuff? It's over here.
Oh, look at this guy. This is for you, Freddy. Of course, I'm gonna have to make more space. Freddy's Fez Army. What do you think, Freddy? This is for you. Your Fez Army is waiting for you. Where are these little guys? Where are they?
Hey, Papa!
For Freddy.
That's a cock of the
Cockatoo?
rock.
Oh.
Cock of the rock.
Oh. For Freddy.
These are whistling ducks.
These are whistling ducks for Freddy. You want to join Freddy's army? How about you? Do you want to join Freddy's army? Yeah? Okay, Freddy, they want to join your army. How birdie is that? Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah.
This is like in that movie, man.
Red panda. Leopard. What do we got in here? Oh. I didn't see the regular panda. I didn't see him anywhere.
Probably sleeping.
American bald eagle.
Yeah. No, that's a vulture.
No, right there.
Yeah,
That's a
the bald
vulture.
eagle is on his forehead. That's around his neck. That's
Oh.
a vulture.
Oh, it's a vulture. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's a condor.
A condor is a vulture.
Oh.
It's the same, interchangeable.
You want to join the Fez Army? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. What are you telling us? Whatever he is. Mr. Pumbaa. Are they aggressive?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's a warthog.
Yeah. Well, here we are on the gondolas, and the last time I was on one of these was Disneyland when I was a kid. What happened in Disneyland was two teenagers were trying to cross, and when they were fooling around and they jumped, and unfortunately that's what the teenagers did. They jumped. They died, so the Disneyland removed them.
Look at down there, cats.
Oh yeah, fox.
Yeah, don't lose your camera.
I won't. Hold on. As I said in Disneyland, it looks like it's a. Where do they get off? There's a. Where are those people getting off?
Pretty high up.
Yeah. Well, they weren't that high up at Disneyland.
This is higher, isn't it?
This is higher than Disneyland, yeah.
Much higher.
It was a lot higher than Disneyland. Probably about
10 stories.
10 stories up.
20 stories. Wow.
Downtown San Diego. You don't want to rock this thing. Yeah, what happened is those teenagers were trying to jump it, and they died. They had a big loss. That was back in the 70s. Or in the 80s or something. I was still alive. I remember riding them back at Disneyland. Or 90s. I remember riding them back here. But I remember the People Mover, though. They need to bring back the People Mover. So now we're at a different part of the zoo altogether now. Some of these animals are probably freezing in this weather. It's kind of cold for them. Well, here we are on the gondolas, and the last time I was on one of these was Disneyland when I was a kid. What happened in Disneyland was two teenagers were trying to cross, and when they were fooling around and they jumped, and unfortunately that's what the teenagers did. They jumped. They jumped. They died, so the Disneyland removed them.
Look at down there, cats.
Oh yeah, fox.
Yeah, don't lose your camera.
I won't. Hold on. As I said in Disneyland, it looks like it's a. Where do they get off? There's a. Where are those people getting off?
pretty high up.
Yeah. Well, they weren't that high up at Disneyland.
This is higher, isn't it?
This is higher than Disneyland, yeah.
Much higher.
It was a lot higher than Disneyland. Probably about
10 stories.
10 stories up.
20 stories. Wow.
Downtown San Diego. You don't want to rock this thing. Yeah, what happened is those teenagers were trying to jump it and they died. They had a big loss. That was back in the 70s. Or in the 80s or something. I was still alive. I remember riding them back at Disneyland. Or 90s. I remember riding them back here. But I remember the People Mover though. They need to bring back the People Mover. So now we're at a different part of the zoo altogether. And some of these animals are probably freezing in this weather. It's kind of cold for them. Little one, huh?
Yeah.
Make it 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Dragon's gonna come get you.
And that was a little one,
That
huh?
was a little one.
Alright, go meet up with the family?
Oh, there he is. Blending in. He's blending
I got
in.
baby ones.
They got baby ones, huh?
Yeah.
I know, seriously.
And basically they're dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're probably the only dinosaurs that survived.
Yeah. I saw the TikTok and it ate a whole, it also eats king cobras too.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll eat those poisonous things.
Yeah. Oh. And an electric eel, I saw you eat that.
Well,
Hi.
oh,
Hi there. You can go ahead and head in, both together. Just
yes.
don't open the inside door until this one closes behind you.
Okay.
all right,
thank
thank you.
See you later.
All right. Hummingbird section.
Yeah.
Where are they? Sleeping.
You can hear them.
These guys, tiny little things,
They're tiny.
are hiding.
Look out, Mary, too. There's one. There they are.
There they are.
You got it.
Oh. I think there's some smaller ones back there. What are you doing in
He puffed up.
oh, he's sick. Tortoise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a half shell.
This guy's sitting right there.
Yeah.
He's a box turtle.
Oh. Every continent except Antarctica.
Then we can walk around.
Oh, 씹고 가네.
Yeah, but we can do, or you're just gonna eat out of the bag, yeah? Just like,
They eat the turtles.
I'll hold your food, you do it with your mouth.
Tell you anything.
This concludes the San Diego Zoo. This is Johnny 2B signing off. I'll thank my cousin for giving us free tickets. $100 and some. Anyway, I've been told that the LA Zoo has more selection. Johnny 2B signing off.